निश्चल राखे धन धन जननी तेनी रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। समदृष्टि ने तृष्णा त्यागी परस्त्री जेने माट रे समदृष्टि ने तृष्णा त्यागी परस्त्री जेने माट रे जीव हाथ की असत्य न बोले पर धन नवधाने हाथ रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे। मोह माया व्यापे नहीं जेने दृढ़ वैराग्य जेना मन मारे मोह माया व्यापे नहीं जेने दृढ़ वैराग्य जेना मन मारे राम नाम शु ताड़ी लागे सकड़ तीरख तेना तन मारे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये पर दुखे उपकार करे तो ये मन अभिमान नाणे रे वैष्णव जन तो तेने कहिए जे पीड़ पराई जाने रे।
Tell someone that you love great Victorian novels and they are likely to nod in approval. Tell them that you are a big fan of poetry and they will think that you are sophisticated and cultural. Tell them that you adore modern theatre and you will sound like an intellectual. But tell them that you love short stories and you are in a danger of them concluding that you don't have much of an attention span. So be it, हमें क्या फर्क पैंदा? We here are not just going to enjoy a short story with each episode of this video series, but also discuss in depth the message and the moral that the short story of the day gives us. The story of the day is about a very important craft that helps us all succeed for sure. 100% success ka formula. And that's called failure. Yes, you heard it right. Failure is the subject of the day, and failing is an important part of each one of us, and we must learn that. May you, me, and all of us keep failing, and hence we keep succeeding further. The story of the day is titled Shark Tank. During a research experiment, a marine biologist placed a shark inside a large holding tank, and then she released several small bait fishes inside of the tank. As you would expect, the shark quickly swam across the tank, attacked, and ate the smaller fishes. The marine biologist then inserted a strong piece of clear fiberglass into the tank, creating two separate partitions. She then put the shark on one side of the fiberglass and the new set of fishes on the other. Again, the shark quickly attacked. This time, however, the shark slammed into the fiberglass divider and bounced back. Undeterred, the shark kept repeating this behavior every few minutes to no avail. Meanwhile, the bait fish swam around unharmed in the second partition. Eventually, about 1 hour into the experiment, the shark gave up. This experiment was repeated several dozen times over next few weeks. Each time, the shark got less aggressive and made fewer attempts to attack the fishes, until eventually the shark got tired of hitting the fiberglass divider and simply stopped attacking altogether. The marine biologist then removed the fiberglass divider, but the shark did not attack. The shark was trained to believe that a barrier existed between it and the fishes, so the bait fish swam whenever they wished, free from harm. The moral of the story: most people tend to give up after facing a series of setbacks and failures. But do not let these setbacks keep you from trying again. Think of each setback as an opportunity to learn. Do not let the barriers that you set for yourself in your mind keep you from achieving your goals. Remember, nothing is impossible if you set your mind to it. Failure is the stepping stone to success. This maxim says that if a person fails once, he should not lose heart. He must observe the mistakes that led to the failure and try to overcome them in his next attempt. Repeated efforts lead one to success. Life is a long journey, and in the course of personal and professional life, one has to face many ups and downs. One can meet several troubles and obstacles on the way, but that should not dishearten us. Failures give us a better point of view through which we can march our way on to success. So we should always regard failure as the first step or the stepping stone to success. Another quick story mention I am going to do is about King Bruce. It is a very good example of this very saying. He lost a battle and his enemies took his kingdom away. The king wanted to fight the enemies and he organized a large army. He fights against his enemies and keeps on losing. This happened for 8 times, one after the other. The 8th time, he lost very heavily, so he was hiding himself inside a cave. He was very dejected and disheartened, and then he saw a spider trying to build a web. The spider could not link the web at a particular point, and he tried many number of times and finally built it successfully. On looking at this, the king thought, if a spider can try so many times, so can I. He immediately started organizing an empire, and finally, when the 9th battle happened, he won. Even in science, inventions and discoveries do not happen overnight, right? Thomas Edison, the popular example, he was very great inventor and he tried more than 1,000 times to make a filament bulb. On knowing this, a reporter asked him whether Edison wasted his time in his efforts. Edison said, "No, I just found 1,000 ways in which I could not make the filament bulb." We fret it, we try to avoid it, and we question ourselves every time we have unconventional ideas. But the simple truth is, no great success was ever achieved without failure. It may be one epic failure or a series of failures, such as Edison's 10,000 attempts to create a light bulb, or say Dyson's 5,126 attempts to invent a bagless vacuum cleaner. But whether we like it or not, failure is a necessary stepping stone to achieving our dreams. Chalo, tell me, when was the last time you failed? DM me your failure stories without any fear of judgment on my Instagram page that reads me as RJ Megha. I'm sure all of us, you, me and everybody around, we have all tasted failure. We might all have failed in some or the other way in life. Sometimes that red line in the school report, to losing a game of sport or a board game with friends, family, or say failure in love life. or say startup idea failed, or say job interview where you couldn't make it, etc., etc., and many more examples you can think of right now. Like how we say, more the merrier. In the same way, more the failure, better the success. Think of failure like this. Every decision we make has 50% chance of success and 100% guarantee to teach us something new in the process. We can use failure as a teaching tool to improve our own skills. It will improve the important skills of problem solving, leadership, communication, decision making, learning, and so on and so forth. No human ever became interesting by not failing. The more you fail and recover and improve, the better you are as a person. About someone who has always had everything work out for them with zero struggle, trust me, such people usually have the depth of a puddle or they don't exist at all. Have you noticed a little baby that tries to crawl or learn how to walk or climb? Children have a lesson we adults should learn, and that is not to be ashamed of failing, but to get up and try again and again and again without any regrets or shame. Most of us adults are so afraid to fail and hence all the time extra cautious, overtly safe, and therefore so shrinking, so rigid, and so afraid that we don't even try doing new things. Most middle-aged adults have resigned themselves to failure. Trust me, friends, failing in life helps to build resilience. The more we fail, the more resilient we become. We need to accept that we always won't make the right decisions and that all of us have the space to royally fail sometime, or understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of success. This means that you can avoid the same pitfalls that hindered you from initially reaching your goal. Those who dare to fail miserably can achieve greatly, said John F. Kennedy. So treat that little failure as an opportunity, dear friend. Now you would say, how is failure an opportunity, Megha? Please explain. All right then, here I am. So failure is an opportunity, friends. It is a chance to reevaluate and come back stronger with better reasoning. Failure is not fatal. No matter how hard it may be, know that failure simply means that you get another shot to try it all over again. Let's imprint this in all our minds. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. If you are not prepared to be wrong, you will never come up with anything that is original. Yes or no? Tell me, what do you think? Elon Musk, world's #1 billionaire and the tech giant, might have never failed in life? Oh, at least 1 lakh times, you bet. Failure should be our teacher and not our undertaker. Because remember, failure is delay, not a defeat. It is temporary detour, not a dead end. When you take risks, you learn that there will be times when you succeed and there will be times when you fail. And both are equally important. Winston Churchill once said, success is stumbling from failure to failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. I am sure even you as students would agree that there is no innovation and creativity without failure. Remember the science fair during the school days or the craft classes? Those who tried new ideas failed and hence later on succeeded and became everybody's favorite. You know what? This is a huge mistake that we make in our course of life. The only real mistake we make is the one from which we learn nothing. You can't say that I keep failing, मेरे को तो यार success मिलता ही नहीं है. You need to learn and improve from the failures, right? Because every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it the seed of an equal or greater benefit, said Napoleon Hill. And that benefit in one word is called experience. When we give ourselves permission to fail, we at the same time give ourselves permission to excel. And tell me, what is the point of being alive if we don't at least try to do something remarkable? While listening to this, do you remember any half-baked dream of yours? Anything that's striking in your mind since past 10-20 minutes while we just started the conversation? Maybe starting new business or applying for an internship or even for a part-time job while you are studying or trying to attempt for some entrance exam. PhD, learn an art, craft, skill, anything that is on your mind, just give it a shot. Go, try, fail, 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 and succeed. Isn't that an interesting way to make your life a beautiful moral story for the generation next? No matter how old you are never too young or never too old for success or going after what you want. Here is a short list of people who accomplished great things at different ages. Okay, let me warn you, it is not a short list. It is quite a long list but very interesting. So keep tuning into this till the end. Don't go anywhere. Let me share some interesting examples. The first story I want to share is of Suhas Gopinath. He was born on the 4th of November 1986 and became the youngest CEO in the whole world at the age of just 17. He was also recognized as the youngest professional web developer when he was just 14 years old in the year 2000. Suhas started his company Globals Inc. from a very small cyber cafe in Bangalore. Now he has over 200 employees, 11 offices in different countries, and a turnover of more than $1 million. Another story is of Yugratna Srivastava. At the age of 13 in September 2009, Yugratna was invited by the UN, United Nations, to represent the voice of the world's young people at a summit on climate change. She is an active member of Taru Mitra, Friends of Trees, an NGO active among school children, which has over 1,600 schools across India, is involved in promoting environmental awareness. Another inspiring story, Dr. Tathagat Avtar Tulsi. He was born in Patna, Bihar in 1987. He completed school at the age of just 9 years old. He got his BSc at 10 and MSc at the age of 12 from Patna Science College, and he got his PhD at the age of 21. And he was offered the position of a lecturer at IIT Bombay when he was just 22 years old. The students that they might be the same age, right? Another story I want to share, again is very inspiring, is Shravan and Sanjay Kumar. These siblings are now 16 and 14 years of age, and they became the youngest chief executives when they were just 12 and 10 years old respectively. Shravan is the president and Sanjay is the CEO of their company, Go Dimensions, which develops mobile application for the Apple Store. Another one is Shruti Pandey. She drew inspiration from her elder brother and started practicing yoga asanas when she was just 2 years old. By the time Shruti Pandey was 6 years of age, she had mastered some of the advanced yoga poses and had started teaching yoga to people in an ashram in Allahabad, becoming the youngest yoga teacher in the entire world. Akrit Jaiswal ki story. He was born in 1993 and Akrit performed his first surgery. Are you hearing me right? He performed his first surgery at the age of 7. At the age of 5, doctors in his hometown Nurpur, Himachal Pradesh, allowed him to watch and learn to perform surgical procedures. He was accepted into Chandigarh College when he was just 12 years old. Imagine! The next story is about Priyanshi Sumani. She was born on 16th of November 1998 and was youngest participant of the Mental Calculation World Cup 2010, and she won the overall title. She is the only participant who achieved 100% accuracy in addition, multiplication and square root till date. Her name is also added in the Limca Book of World Records and the Guinness Book of World Records. Another story is about Haris Imtiaz Khan. Born again in the year 1998, he is a child prodigy live portrait artist. He started making live portraits at the age of 10, setting the world record as the youngest live portrait artist. At the age of 7, he made a portrait of Mahatma Gandhi using charcoal. His art has been appreciated by many people like actors Dilip Kumar, Devanand, Amir Khan, etc. Another story we all are aware about is Helen Keller. At the age of 19 months, became deaf and also blind. But that didn't stop her. She was the first deaf and blind person to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree. Mozart was already competent on keyboard and violin, and he composed from the age of just 5. Anne Frank, diary sabne padhi hogi. She was 12 when she wrote the diary of Anne Frank. Magnus Carlsen, he became a chess grandmaster at the age of just 13. Tenzin Gyatso, उस नाम से आपको पता नहीं चलेगा, but let me tell the story. तो अच्छा, Tenzin Gyatso was formally recognized as the 14th Dalai Lama in November 1950 at the age of just 15 years old. Elvis was a superstar at the age of 19, and who doesn't know Elvis? John Lennon was 20 years old and Paul was 18 when the Beatles had their first concert in 1961. Beethoven was a piano genius by the age of 23. Isaac Newton wrote a book titled Mathematical Principles of Natural Philosophy at the age of 24. Albert Einstein was 26 when he wrote the theory of relativity. Lance L. Armstrong was just 27 when he won the Tour de France. Michelangelo created two of the greatest sculptures, David and Peter, by the age 28. Alexander the Great, by the age 29, had created one of the largest empires of the ancient world. J.K. Rowling was just 30 years old when she finished the first manuscript of Harry Potter. Another example, if I have to give you, is Amelia Earhart. She was 31 years old when she became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Oprah was 32 when she started the talk show, which has become the highest rated program of its kind. Edmund Hillary was 33 when he became the first man to reach Mount Everest. Martin Luther King Jr. was just 34 when he wrote the speech, I Have a Dream. Marie Curie was just 35 years old when she got nominated for a Nobel Prize in Physics. The Wright brothers at 31 and 36 invented and built the world's first successful aeroplane and making the first controlled, powered and sustained heavier than air human flight. Vincent van Gogh was 37 when he died, and his paintings today are worth millions and millions. Neil Armstrong was 38 when he became the first man to set foot on the moon. Christopher Columbus, he was just 41 when he discovered the Americas. In fact, Columbus was amongst the last explorers who reached America. Not the first. 500 years before Columbus, a daring band of Vikings led by Leif Erikson set foot in North America and established a settlement already. Rosa Parks, she was just 42 when she refused to obey the bus driver's order to give up her seat and make a room for a white passenger. She is called the mother of the civil rights movement. John F. Kennedy, he was just 43 years old when he became the President of the United States. Henry Ford was 45 when the Ford T came out. You know what it is? So it is regarded as the first affordable automobile which made cars available for the middle class in America. Charles Darwin was 50 years old when his book On the Origin of Species came out. Leonardo da Vinci was 51 years old when he painted the Mona Lisa. Abraham Lincoln was 52 when he became the president. Ray Kroc was 53 when he bought the McDonald's franchise and took it to unprecedented levels. Colonel Harland Sanders was 61 when he started the KFC franchise. Ronald Reagan was 69 when he became the president of the US. Nelson Mandela was 76 when he became the president. And latest president of America was 79 when he got elected as the president of America. So dear friends, the secret of life is to fall 7 times and to get up the 8th time, said Paulo Coelho. One who fears failure limits his activities, said Henry Ford. And haven't we all heard that sky is the limit? Go try, fail, learn, retry and succeed. You may be disappointed if you fail, but you are doomed if you don't try. This is RJ Megha signing off. I hope I didn't fail at adding value to your life. If I did, no worries. I shall try again, getting better with each time we meet in this video series and succeed for sure. Ciao.